What's the worst thing your kid's school ever did? My son, Ethan, came home unusually quiet one Monday afternoon. Normally, he's full of chatter about his day, but this time he sat at the kitchen table, poking at his food and holding his side. I asked what was wrong, but he just mumbled, "My stomach hurts." I figured he'd eaten too much at lunch or maybe caught a mild bug. By the next morning, though, he was pale and his hands were trembling. Till no fever, no vomiting, just that same complaint of my stomach hurts and a refusal to eat. I gave him some toast, reassured him, and sent him off to school. That afternoon, the school receptionist called. "Mrs. Taylor, Ethan collapsed during gym class. He's conscious now, but he's complaining of sharp abdominal pain." I dropped everything and rushed over. In the nurse's office, Ethan was curled up on the cot, quietly sobbing. The nurse, looking frustrated, said, "He's been in here almost every day this week. His teacher, Mr. Green, keeps insisting he's just anxious about the upcoming science fair." I was stunned. How could they ignore a kid in obvious pain? I asked Ethan directly, and he admitted he'd been asking to see the nurse every day since last Wednesday. Mr. Green apparently would just tell him to tough it out and send him back to class. When I confronted Mr. Green, he gave me a tight smile. "Mrs. Taylor, Ethan has a vivid imagination. Kids his age sometimes make up stomach aches to avoid stressful assignments. I've been teaching for years, I can spot it a mile away." But I wasn't convinced. I started calling other parents, and to my shock, I found out that Ethan wasn't the only one. 5 other children had been absent that week, all with severe stomach pains. When I asked the school's office staff for records, they seemed hesitant and evasive. Finally, I spoke to one of the janitors who, with a guilty look, told me, "The school switched cleaning products a few weeks ago. They've been using some industrial stuff after hours, but sometimes the residue isn't cleared properly by morning." I was horrified. No one had informed parents about this. I confronted the principal, Ms. Callahan, who brushed it off as a minor change in cleaning protocols and claimed there was no conclusive evidence linking the kid's symptoms to the cleaning agents. I wasn't buying it. That night, Ethan's condition worsened. He woke me up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat and clutching his stomach. We rushed him to the ER, where doctors immediately diagnosed him with a ruptured appendix and peritonitis. The surgeon said the infection had likely been brewing for days. While we were in the hospital, I discovered through another parent, whose daughter was also admitted with severe abdominal issues, that the school had quietly been warned by the local health inspector. Apparently, the cleaning product they were using contained fumes dangerous to inhale, especially for children. Instead of switching back to safer alternatives, the school board decided to keep using the chemicals, fearing the cost of retraining custodial staff and replacing supplies. The school didn't want to notify parents because they were worried about a public scandal affecting enrollment numbers. When the truth came out, several school officials, including the principal and a district supervisor, were placed under investigation. Ethan spent 2 weeks in intensive care, and several other children were hospitalized as well. What haunts me most is this. Ethan wasn't making it up. He was trying to tell us something was wrong, and the very people responsible for his safety ignored him to save face.